Conover Family Dental. Joseph Burning Printing. Quality printing since 1883. Joseph Burning Printing. The Haybegger Corporation. Complete HVA solutions. Bryant. Fast, reliable heating and cooling repair service. Bryant Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical Service. Sorrento's Italian Joint. Family-run institution serving house-made pizza, pasta, and subs. With an event space and sports bar. Walt's Hitching Post, known for their delicious ribs complemented by Walt's signature secret sauce. Xavier Scholarship Granting Organization. Designate your state to support the young men of St. Xavier High School. Xavier SGO at xaviersgo.org. Tune in next time for St. Xavier Bomber Football.
For 10 years, families have trusted Kelsey Chevrolet. Now we're driving forward with a new look, the same promise, and more ways to deliver peace of mind. Visit us today and experience the difference. From our family to yours, KelseyChev.com.
Hey, it's Tony Pike here. New at Penn Station, it's the Penn Pair Combos. For only $7.99, pair up a small fresh-cut fry with your choice of a small chicken teriyaki, chicken cordon bleu, or a pizza sub. Treat yourself and order online today. Penn Station, love your sub.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town with the ultra-durable LG X Boom portable speaker and enjoy vibrant sound wherever you go. Elevate your listening experience to new heights because, let's be real, your music deserves it. The future of sound is now with LG X Boom. And for a limited time, save 25% at LG.com with code FALL25. Bring the boom. X Boom.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
I stretched this break out a little bit so it would hit closer to 9:45 so we could keep the segments at an even like 15 minutes.
Buzz driving.
Because there's kind of that weird in between time. I didn't want you guys to have one close to 20-minute segment to open. So
here I am, an essential worker.
I know. I mean, food prices are going up every day. Thank goodness for benefitscheckup.org.
Benefits what?
benefitscheckup.org. It's a free website where people over 60 can find help to pay for food, medicine, even utilities. I got $1,200 a year in benefits. Maybe it can help you.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges: mental health struggles, housing obstacles, employment, food insecurity, and social isolation, to name just a few. I'm Bob Woodruff. My family and I started the Bob Woodruff Foundation in 2006 after I sustained a life-threatening injury while reporting from Iraq. Our service members had my back that day, and we need to have theirs now more than ever. At the Bob Woodruff Foundation, we raise awareness about the tough challenges veterans and military families face and invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. And with one solution comes the next. We solve a housing situation, we increase employment opportunities. We solve employment problems, we address food insecurity. We solve food insecurity, we impact physical and mental health issues. Learn more about our work at bobwoodrufffoundation.org/success.
Hi, this is Dave the Door Guy with Overhead Door Company of Northern Kentucky. Do you know why a broken garage door is like a cooler?
at a tailgate party? Because no one is happy until it's open. Do you have a noisy garage door, a keypad that doesn't work, or a broken spring? Well, don't fumble the ball away. Give us a call at 513-347-DOOR.
The High School Football Tonight Show is brought to you by AE Door and Window Company. They sell the best and service the rest. Penn Station, hometown love in every sub. Thomas More
I assume we're going to do the normal and not have any coaches for this first segment? Okay, gotcha. And then I'll still make sure to record all of our ones and send them to you guys at the end.
Greater Cincinnati's fastest growing full service dealer and the
Stand by.
lease dealer. All because of your family believing in ours. From our family to yours. KelseyChev.com. This is High School Football Tonight.
All right, welcome into the Week 6 edition of the High School Football Tonight post-game show here on Cincinnati's ESPN 1530, Fox Sports 1360. Dan Klaskins, the publisher of TriStateFootball.com, alongside my partner in crime, the Shuru himself, Greg Shoemaker. It is the Week 6 edition of the show. We are here till 11 p.m. tonight, getting some great help from behind the glass. Joe Waddell producing the program tonight, streaming live on the Tri-State Football YouTube page. We have Haley Vallandingham and Adeline McCollum from our NKU friends over there helping us out. And Shu, here we are, my friend. We've reached the midway point, the start of the second half of the regular season. It's a historic night for some teams. A great night of football all around. Some surprises, some big-time performances, lots to jump into. And let's start with the game we just got done listening to here on these very airwaves, the GCL South Clash. The Elder Panthers go in and get a big road win. The 4th-ranked Elder Panthers knocking off 2nd-ranked St. X. The Bombers falling for the second straight week. And dude, what a great game it ended up being for the visiting team here.
Yeah,
Greg.
I mean, look at this. Elder 6-0 for the first time since 2001.
Wow.
Caden Estep, the quarter, 18 for 21, 205 yards through the air. Adam Ree, the kicker.
The catcher. You got to stop watching the
field
Reds
goals.
game.
Ray had 3 field goals tonight. And they just did a great job taking care of the football. Again, Dan, the rushing offense for St. Xavier, you just got to look at this. What's going on? Daniel Vollmer tonight had 12 carries, but that we haven't seen that. And Jacob Britt still not carrying the ball in the backfield there.
Yeah,
they got some concerns on that side of the ball.
They're beat themselves.
Yes.
Uncharacteristic of a Bomber football team. Coach Specht, one of the best coaches there is, preaches taking care of the football, not making the mistakes. And at least tonight, the Bombers didn't display that. Elder prevailing, as you said, they're 6-0, first time. I mean, dude, this is our 20th season of TriStateFootball.com.
That's hard to believe that they haven't.
They've never been 6-0 in our history.
Yeah, and it's interesting because they've been to a couple state championship games, and they haven't lost a playoff game in the first round, I think, in like 6 or the last 7 years. So, I mean, they've always made it to week 12. You always think that they might go 6-0 at some point in there, but congratulations. And a team that's not beating themselves right now, Dan. You talked about X doing it. The Panthers are not doing that.
Yes. And as always, the Elder Scores here on the program, they are brought to you by our friends at Kelsey Truck Country on Route 50 and 275 in Lawrenceburg. Greater Cincinnati's fastest growing full service dealer and the Tri-State's #1 Chevy dealer, all because of your family believing in ours. From our family to yours, KelseyChev.com. Shu, elsewhere in the GCL South, the top-ranked team, the Moeller Crusaders, they faced off tonight versus the LaSalle Lancers, the 7th-ranked Lancers, who have been pretty good and impressive on their own early in the season. But tonight it was all Moeller, 42-7. They walloped the Lancers and very much looking like the top-ranked team in the poll with that type of victory, and setting up a clash a week from tonight between Elder and Moeller. And I got to expect that obviously the GCL South title is on the line. The #1 team in our Blitz 5 top 25 rankings could be on the line.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. How about this? I have a feeling it's going to be 1 versus 2 next week. But boy, oh boy, what a matchup this is going to be. Again, Moeller now starting to catch their stride a little bit, and They're getting healthy too at the right time. It's pretty amazing to watch this one. So I'm going to take a look at some of these stats because Matt Ponatoski started off a little slow this year, but man, he has started to come on big time. And I don't know what he did tonight. Give me a second here.
Yeah, we'll figure that one
Yeah.
out. You look up some stats. I'll continue along with some other scores. Let's head over to the ECC where our Blitz 5 matchup. Shu, you were on the east side tonight. The Raptors of Anderson hosting Milford. You left. It was 21-0. Didn't get much better for Milford after that. Anderson 63-0. Nothing is slowing this team down.
Well, it's not, but I was talking with Chris Newton, the athletic director out there. He says, we're making a lot of stupid mistakes as a team, and they did that tonight too. Penalties that are silly. Last week they had a touchdown celebration in the end zone, but again, they were just so much better than Milford tonight. But this team is fast defensively, and I think that's one of the things we have to look at. If they clean up their mistakes are self-inflicted mistakes, so when they clean that all up, they're going to be pretty good. This is a team that's a legit state champion contender for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Looking the part tonight as well, and definitely a team that, I mean, gosh, it's just fun to watch. I mean, they put up a lot of points. They do it quickly, but the defense doesn't get enough talk as they've put up some impressive performances as well. Let's head over to the GMC real quick as we continue to work our way through our Blitz 5 top 25. And Shu, one of the biggest upsets a week ago saw Fairfield shock the world when they took down Lakota West. The Indians jumped their way into our rankings all the way up to 16. Tonight they take on the other Lakota team, the Lakota East football team, and didn't turn out quite as well for the men of Fairfield today. And definitely Coach Roden and his team, I'm sure, took some lumps tonight, but Lakota East wins 34-7. Sort of a surprising shocker here, but Lakota East here suddenly stacking up some impressive victories of their own.
Yeah, and there's another team that if they stay away from the turnovers, they're very, very good. Last week, Ryder Hooks, I think he had 9 carries for just 9 yards in that game, and he stepped up again tonight. And look, East has got some talent. The Knutson kid at quarterback, not bad. I mean, his first year as a starter, 6 games into it, I think by the time it's all said and done, East could make a little bit of noise in the playoffs for sure.
Certainly could, and probably will. I've been watching some of this Princeton-Mason game. Still not over at last check. It was 28-14. I was checking that out over on Friday Football Live, that live Red Zone show from our friends over there with Wes Akers, his class doing a great job. Follow them on X at TGIF Football. And Shu, in terms of elsewhere, Princeton's probably going to win tonight. We'll get to that final in a bit, but we do have a couple other finals in the GMC. Speaking of that big upset last week, a nice bounce back here tonight for Coach Bolden and his Lakota West Firebirds. They win by a couple touchdowns, 27-13 over Middletown. And we do have some stats in on this game as well already. And really, it was a pretty impressive performance all around, but you look at Lakota West getting it done on defense here tonight. They made some plays. I'm looking for the interception return by Ogletree. I was watching it live there, 85-yard pick six. This was a big moment in the ball game because Middletown had driven into Lakota West's territory. I believe they were inside the red zone. Or close to it.
Yeah, it was.
Well, he threw the ball, and we threw the ball,
return.
so I don't think they were quite to the red zone. It was a 10 or 15-yard pass attempt. But needless to say, a touchdown on that drive. We were looking at a tie game instead of pick six, a 2 different score, and that's where it ended. So key defensive play, pulling them away here tonight.
What a game, Dan! Tonight, both of these teams had less than 100 yards of total offense. When have you ever seen that in a high school game with the amount of 40 points scored, but both teams less than 100 yards of offense? West had 92, only 6 yards rushing on 27 carries, whereas, Middletown, negative 52 yards passing on 9 of 20 passing tonight. So, and a lot of that was the interception. So, but still, that's a crazy stat for a game that scores 40 points.
Sure is. So we'll keep our eyes on that elsewhere in the GMC. Like I said, not all finals there, but just some scores You got another
We got
final?
to talk. We have. It's outside of the GMC, but how about Colerain tonight?
Well, no, that was where I was going next.
Going.
I was gonna set up the score of the other game,
There we
Oak Hills and Hamilton. I know you're excited to talk about that one, though. Oak Hills was not over, Shu, but it's pretty much over, 42-24 in the fourth quarter versus Big Blue. So the Highlanders, that's a big, impressive performance in their own right. But as you mentioned, we do have one game that is final, and it's Colerain picking up their first dub of the season.
Yeah, I mean, Roman Gar, the sophomore quarterback, throws for 5 touchdowns. They came into the game with only 3 offensive touchdowns on the season, so good job for them. Breaking a 27-game losing streak dating back a couple of years, and I know they're happy to get out of that box now. Sycamore's lost 12 in a row, so they're now the GMC team that needs to win one moving forward. But, yeah, big monkey off the back of the Colerain Cardinals in the program. They get that 27-game losing streak out of here.
Yeah, and it is now a final, too. Oak Hills 42-32 over Hamilton. So Hamilton, they'll have Princeton next week. But, Shu, I mean, that puts Oak Hills at 3-3 all of a sudden, and 2-3 in the GMC. So good for the Highlanders.
Yeah, 1-5 for Hamilton. And Danny Scholes got that job late when Justin Roden took the job over at Fairfield. And they got a couple of transfers from Taylor, those 2 kids, McFarland and Mikey Branch, who was leading the GMC in sacks going into this game. So, Oak Hills has done a nice job. Pretty solid there. They're 3-3 now overall and 2-3 in the conference.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes and definitely get up to that. But let's get to some other scores in other conferences here as we work our way to the top of the hour. Of course, you want to follow us over on X at TS Football, and you can check out the Underground Sports Shop scoreboard, tristatefootball.com/scores for all of tonight's scores, and we'll run through as many as we can for you here on the program. Shu, let's talk about some history nights and go a little bit deeper here. Big kudos out tonight. St. Henry over in Erlanger on the Kentucky side of things, just starting up their varsity football program this season. Have definitely, it's been a process in motion here. But tonight against Gallatin County, St. Henry, and just here in week 6 of their inaugural season, getting that first victory. They win 21-12 tonight, Shu, and I'm sure that's just for everybody involved in the program. That's just a thrill to experience.
Tim Oden getting that win. He's a longtime guy. He's in his 60s and he decides to take this thing over and decide to build this and mold it. And I think there's still a couple of other chances to get some wins here as the season goes on. But yeah, they put some points on the board tonight, something they hadn't done. They had only scored 16 points coming into this ball game. So good job by St. Henry. I know they're feeling really, really good over there.
Yeah, they definitely are. And St. Henry, the slate was a little lopsided tonight in Kentucky. Amongst our Blitz 5 top 25 ranked teams on that side of the river, Highlands definitely impressing here tonight as expected, taking care of Harrison County. Not much of a surprise, 53-0. Highlands shuts out their opponents there on the road. Covington Catholic also picking up a 35-6 victory. The 12th ranked Colonels cruising past Central tonight. Dylan Geyser, 4 rushing touchdowns in the first half alone. So looking pretty impressive in that one. And Shu, we're all waiting for that Cov-Cath Highlands showdown coming up here real soon.
It's going to be a good one. I mean, man, Highlands is playing so well right now. So many guys scoring points, having a great year offensively. And then, I love Gabe Williams. He runs, he receives, he's a great defensive back. He's only a junior. That junior class with Tatum Lorenzen and him, they're going to be good for a couple more years. Bob Spire's got it going on over there at Highlands for sure.
Yeah, he sure does. Tonight, Connor and Cooper were taking place in a battle. It was homecoming night out at Cooper High School tonight, but it was all the home team. The Jaguars move into 3-3, their 3rd straight victory. They take down Connor 49-14 there. So a nice bounce back here for Coach Borchers and the boys. They had that brutal stretch of games to start the season, and now they're starting to find the groove and an offense that, sort of remaking itself.
And Dan, I've been looking at some of the Kentucky polls, and they still are very high on Cooper in 5A. It's still theirs. Yeah, even though they played a tough schedule, they're going to be okay in the playoffs. I think they're just fine, especially when you've got guys that have been there and done it like Mahar and Mar and Cam O'Hara. By the way, another epic moment tonight. Holmes snaps a 26-game losing streak, beating Jackson County 36-16.
Oh my
How about
gosh,
that
that
one?
is awesome. That might be the best news of the night
That's
to end
awesome
hour
one there,
one. We've
too.
got so many scores to get to, plenty of coaches to talk, an hour left of the show. So stick around. He's Greg Shoemaker. I'm Dan Klaskins. This is High School Football Tonight, the post-game show, here live on Cincinnati's ESPN 1530 and Fox Sports 1360. We're back with more after this.
Stop settling for weak sound. It's time to level up your game and bring the boom. Hit the town.